Hi guys, it's Nick here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So, let's go. What have we got? We've got, okay, stuff. Why do I feel like going for suicide? I don't know why. Frightening, let's go with that. 20 words again, as always. Hurt, cage, ambient, yeah, what? That's one of them. Depression, shopping, shopping. Uncontrollable, flying, tears, okay, flying. Not that again. Why do I feel like going for misery? I don't. What is this? Misery. I don't know. Brain cloud. Inferno. Yeah. Not no, I wanna pick a poof. Sure. No, I think I've already picked the sensation. Peaceful. Climax. Okay. Now what have we got? Hopeless. Doki Doki. Oh look, yet again. Wonderful. Headphones. I'm wearing them right now. Dang it, more literature. Got it. 3 minutes already on this first part of the episode. I'm not wasting time. Laugh. Vivacious. Attractively lively and animated, especially of a woman, in brackets. That's okay, sure. I'll go with that. Family, sure. Jump. Unrequited. Yeah, please. Sure. Chocolate. Why do I feel like? Desire. Rainbow. What is our end result? Okay, right off the bat. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Ha! You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you, wait, including myself? Okay, and I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Sure. I can't wait for the festival! It's gonna be great after we practiced saying poems the previous episode. What? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday? Natsuki, not Natsuki. Natsuki. Sorry if I annoyed any of you in the past 2 episodes. Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kind of delicious food. OMG. A free school day. Best day ever. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Oh my god. I hope we get to the good stuff in this episode or something. Because, dang it, it's right in your name. Monica. I don't get it. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Yeah, I have no idea. What? Never mind. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Heh. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. There you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Hi. What? Have you woken up? You're spacing out again. Ah! Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Because you're Sayori. It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? So fine. Like, whatever. Sayori shows me a big smile. Why does that make me want to smile? Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Steve, what's up? It might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little... She's speak English. She seems a bit downcast today. You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Steve. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Steve. Him? Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. Say what? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. Hey, you're so funny, Steve. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. I said too much. No, this is making me think a bit. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. No, it's getting me thinking. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Okay, whatever. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. I'm gonna go the same order as the previous 2 times. From Sayori, top of the downwards. Okay, it's your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Steve. Thanks. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Well, of course! Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Hey, do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your faces. Alright. Hey, Steve. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki, but in the end... Did I say it right? Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why does it have to go... Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? What the heck? Wait, of course I do, but that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you, Sayori. No, Steve. I don't deserve this. I'm getting suspicious of the future right now. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. What? Sayori, I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. So I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Oh jeez, Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Steve, it's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. Stop faking it, stop faking your smiles. Just come on. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone. Stop faking it! That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'm getting a little bit worried. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Oh jeez. Goodness gracious. This one's alright. Say what, alright? Well, yeah, about as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, grow! It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? What if you ended up just scaring me away? It's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here even if I have to put up with you. Ugh. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know, don't worry, I was too. Ha! How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. That hurt Steve deep inside his soul. And well, maybe it was funny to her. And that's kind of the point. What was the joke? Okay. It was kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Natsuki. Anyway, I almost did it again. Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. Wait, Sayori didn't show hers. Poetic voice time. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Watch your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. See you free in my windy sail. Set you free. Speak English. And remember the reason you're wonderful. You're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome! Yep, kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, and then came up with the message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after you and I realized we kinda wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. Oh, you can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Well done, Steve. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. Wait, what? I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Steve? Say what? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Huh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Huh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. No, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked? Yuri! What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clean blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath the grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle when the sand is wet. Really? But when the sand is wet, the tide comes. Oh yeah, you can only build the sand. Yeah, okay. Will it gently lick you off your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Then we still build sandcastles. Ah, it's the beach one again. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Wait, what is inane? Lacking sense or meaning, also known as silly. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. I spelled it right this time. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. And now you. I'm gonna save because you made me want to. Last time. That last time when you say to save my game, I'm saving. I just saved. Hi, Steve. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It will also make me happy to see. Ha! Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Yeah, sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Ha! It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? Guess you could say that, although we kinda grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see, that reminds me about how Sayori's been a little bit off today. Hey, did she tell you something? I kinda feared Monica a little bit. Well, Steve, you haven't... Say what now? You haven't been flirting with her, have you? Have you, Steve? Of course not! I've been treating her like I always do. Alright, just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old lady. Speak English. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall. I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all to which amounts to nothing. All of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend, though your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? There's one thing, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Oh yes. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be real disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find out that people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three, not two. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second! Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? What? Something did sound a bit unusual, that's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? You three! Is it that? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems like you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? Yeah, it's always like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please. Natsuki! Please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No, what the... First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, he's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh, that curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I am doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Woo, yet again. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle it all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm gonna be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Oh no, guys. Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki is pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader of my own, then I won't grow as a person. So anyway, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere. About that, I love atmosphere. Why that expression on your face? Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is always racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Steve. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It will probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You can always help me out as well. It would be really appreciative of that. And is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they gonna respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monika's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Steve may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, maybe more suited to assisting with the decorations. I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Steve to... Wait, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. What does meticulous mean? Showing great attention to detail. And baking isn't? I wouldn't say so. Just, what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Steve to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really got the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry, I was just saying though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. You're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. I already see the point of mentioning Sayori anyway, so... This is tough. Yuri. I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? I knew that kind of stuff would happen. Why would you... Natsuki. I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Steve? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki will you be able to handle the baking yourself? Also, don't you have parents? I mean, yeah, I already said I would be fine. Part of the reason why I picked Yuri. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Steve? Who, me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Steve picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for it will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kinda surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature, I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event! I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Yuri, why are you worried? Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. What? I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yeah. Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. What? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Steve. I think that will make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out of the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's gonna be coming to my house on Sunday? Yeah, mate. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. So it is Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Other than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Steve! I sit down in her room. She's depressed, isn't she? Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, haven't you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. My hands are feeling weird right now. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Hey, if you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you gonna be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Steve. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Hey, Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ha! Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Steve, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Hey, you're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Steve? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is... well, I guessed it. I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like, and that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've betrayed as your close friend. It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Steve. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Ha! You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Steve, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only way that could have helped me is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm gonna accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Steve, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Steve? Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Steve. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I'm not crying, it's just that my voice, But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away, and if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Steve. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. It's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, you wanna come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry, I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kinda hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay, don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, I'll look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely gonna have a great time tomorrow. I shouldn't just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. Sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here, but I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. While I do enjoy cleaning, I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Decorations are not atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow, I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess, I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great, it's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kinda happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious, you can relax a little. Relax, I brought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I had some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have all these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be real neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? I'm not familiar at all. I don't even know what that is. Is that so? Wait, did I skip a line? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? It's a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? That's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than a relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I like to do is write a different word on each paper. We need about 100 of them. Jesus. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm gonna cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It will also catch the eye of those passing by the room. They attract them to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Steve. You can write any characters you want. It'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to a desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched to it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Ha! Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? They don't think I'm weird for this. Ha! You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense, huh? Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It isn't, is it? It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Steve, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault, I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. That is not a kitchen knife. That is much more strange. It's much worse. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah! She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Why would you do that? I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me, I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. This is getting interesting. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Steve, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Why? Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Steve. Says you. Yuri giggles shyly. What? You exactly! Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see, that's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was the kit of a watercolor paint tablets. We need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yeah? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'll understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oh god, another Kia. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. So I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. There's nothing. They don't even... Whatever, game logic. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. It's something wrong. It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Okay. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. Oh my. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. So I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you gonna add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? Yeah, that's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Whew. Ha. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. I wasn't. I'm being honest here. Well, you think to yourself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. Oh, it sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with her friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. I, Nick, say no problem. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring up tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I can't say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Steve. Yuri takes a step closer to me and briefly squeezes my hand. Why does the music have to halt at such a time like this? I kinda like that about you. Well, How am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. What, Sayori! Hi! Hi, Steve! Sayori, just now we weren't... It's okay, Steve. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know. Please no. How much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Now I feel happy with this, that you've made such good friends. Natsuki's next. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Steve? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much, everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Steve. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Goodness gracious. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Steve. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Steve, I like you so much that I want to die. Does that even make any sense? As a person who has never suffered from this type of sadness and depression, I don't understand what she's on about. That's how I feel. That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm gonna give you. What are we not even in college yet? What is... I'm not in college. Neither of them seem to be. How should I say this? I have to say this. I love you. What? Those are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we can continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Steve. Now I am happy. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. I can see the tears. Steve, is this really okay? Yeah, I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Steve. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this, Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Steve. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow, our first date, huh? Hey, what are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple, I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go whatever pace suits you best. Hey Steve! Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. But even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. So I found this in the official Steam files for the game. It's called Happy Thoughts, but some of the vowels, or I think all of the vowels, no, not all the vowels. Some of the vowels have been switched. And this came today. The more I look at it, the more I get the goosebumps. Let's just see what happens. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over, so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival, but knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Steve, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it, so that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. She overslept again, that dummy. You think that on days this important she tried a little harder? I said that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? Ha! You should take a little responsibility for her, Steve. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kinda left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about that quickly? That we're a couple now. I didn't really plan on bringing this up with anyone yet. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. So do I, mate. I'm feeling chills everywhere. Do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. Man, I started this episode like happy to come back, and now I'm scared. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed onto its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Steve, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Yeah, no joke, mate. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in my own house, that really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. I can't keep calm, man. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I didn't really want to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Ah! Get away from me! What the hell? My hands! Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. My hands! There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her, I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. I should have thought about that. Then why did I confess to her and made her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? Oh my god! My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival, I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with, she's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. What? What? Oh my god! My god! No, my god, no, not yet, I'm not ready for this! I'm not ready for this, no! I'm not ready for this, no! The Natsuki and Yuri choice doesn't matter anymore. This happened, and now I have this. Oh my god! I found this. Trace back. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred while running game code. Restart top context. Oh jeez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I could probably fix this, I think. Wait. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She is the one who's making this. What is this, man? She is the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Full trace back. And that's the final text. What is this? Well, guys, as you can tell, I'm gonna leave this episode here. This is where I'm ending this episode. I'm not gonna go any further in this episode. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and well, I'll see you all soon. I'll see you all soon.